deep. In a big picture, what I think the age in which we are living in, it's not a new world order, so to say. I find it to be a new world matrix under construction. We are living in an era in which, okay, you could say new world order, but rather a new world matrix is being constructed right now. And this era, I would say, started with COVID. When COVID ended, the world came to stop for the first time ever in humanity. The world has stopped. By the time we were coming out of the world was rebooting from COVID, Russia-Ukraine war hit. By the time it was somewhere, then the Israel-Gaza conflict, and then Mr. Trump came. So there have been these four waves which we could see which have completely disrupted the order that we have imagined or known. I would rather say, for some scholars, since the Peace of Westphalia, when the notion of nation states was, brought forth. Anyway, we'll go into that later. So we are living in an era in which all of these things are happening, the questions and the issues that you set out, sir. It's happening in all world capitals. All world leaders are thinking on what to do next. There's a recalculus going on everywhere in the world. So where do we fit in that, and where does this matrix keep evolving? Now, coming to the suddenness of the deal. I think the reason of the deal happening or being announced, I could probably see it, sense it, maybe many of you, is pure and simple economics. It does not serve us to continue buying Russian oil anymore now. Three reasons. While there were tariffs, we were buying, we stood up, and we were paying 50% tariffs. No, 50% lately. But then what really hurt us, I think, was the sanctions on Lukoil and Rosneft. That anyone buying crude from these two companies, those companies would face sanctions. So be it a public sector or be it a private sector, they cannot afford that. So they have to stop going. And these sanctions against Rosneft and Lukoil came into effect in, I think, November 21. Okay, so that's the blockade. We are facing 50% tariffs. Then, right there on the wall is a 500% tariff bill in the US Congress. Fine, let's continue buying. In a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, Trump and the Congress could fast track that bill, and they have all bipartisan consensus in the Senate and the lower house that any nation who trades or buys oil from Russia will face 500%. So that's out there in front of us. We are facing 50 now. The other now, the economics. Every year, on an average, by buying Russian crude, we were saving, or we are, about $8 to $10 billion. In the 3 years, there is some data which shows that the past 3 years, we saved around $26 billion by buying Russian crude oil. So in a year, we are saving around $10 billion. One. On the other hand, even if we continue with 50% tariffs, the numbers say that, theoretically, 1% of tariffs in America leads to a loss of $1 billion exports of India.